Happy Vlogmas! It's day number 14 of my festive series here on Adventure Sean, and I'm joined by Dad today. How you doing?
Alright, hi.
Here we go. So we're going to be doing something a bit different today. Dad came up with an absolutely awesome idea. You've probably seen the video thumbnail, but we're going to turn this boring old hula hoop into something a bit more festive, aren't we?
We are. We'll give it a go.
We are indeed. So come and join us. We'll show you how you can turn a hula hoop like this, a bright pink hula hoop, into a huge Christmas wreath. Let's go. So obviously we've got the hula hoop just here. It's a standard one that you can just buy from the shops. Then just over here we've got a collection of old baubles, some garlands, and also some lights there as well. So it's all going to kind of come together using some old bits of Christmas stuff that we've got to make one item that's truly spectacular, or at least that's the plan, isn't it?
Yeah, hopefully.
We've not done this before. Just did you see the idea anywhere, or did you just think it'd be good fun?
I just thought about it, that's all.
There you go. And obviously to put it all together, we've got a few different bits down here as well. So we've got some black cable ties. Important that they are black ones that you've got just there. We've also got some of this wire as well, along with some black tape just here as well. But yeah, we're going to get started. So what's the first thing that you think we need to do?
Just cover the hoop with some black tape. Just keep rolling it round till it's all black.
There we go. So we don't see the pink through all the garland really, just to get the nice effect. But right, let's do it.
Start rolling the black tape all around the hoop and just overlap it so there's no gaps. You don't see any pink through anywhere. So you just have to do it a couple of millimetres over the edge, that's all.
Yeah, so it doesn't matter about it being too perfect.
No, because you won't see it, but we don't want to see any of the pink, do we? So,
yeah, there's always a risk. And I suppose this will help strengthen it a bit as well.
Yeah, it'll be like that all the way round.
There we go, so give you a bit of a close-up for that. So quite a time-consuming job, this one, isn't it? So I won't film the full process.
No, just a bit of that.
But yeah, obviously we're going to keep doing that all the way round now. Now let we go as well.
Yeah.
Here we go then. So yeah, just getting in the rhythm of it now. So you can actually get going pretty fast. It's just about making sure, you know, that you're not leaving any gaps, isn't it, really? That's the important thing.
That's it.
You know, but also you want to make sure that you're definitely moving it over each time. But yeah, I've been going for about 2 minutes so far. I reckon, what, maybe 10 minutes total to get all around here? Maybe a little bit less than that, but yeah, this is the process. So you can kind of see the end result now, how that's looking, kind of go along there as well. Squash it all together. And yeah, you can get a bit of an idea of how that's going to look once it's complete. So yeah, we'll carry on and we'll show you when we get about halfway round. Yes, it only took about 5 minutes so far, and we're about halfway in now to the hula hoop. Of course, if you wanted to, you could just get maybe a black hula hoop if they do them, or like a green to go in with the garland. However, we just wanted to use things that we've already got, didn't we, with this one?
That's it. We found this up the loft, what we've had for years, didn't we?
Yeah, just utilising items that we've got. You know, a hula hoop, some older Christmas decorations that we don't really use anymore, and yeah, just make something quite spectacular, just using old bits that we've got, really. That was always the plan. So yeah, we'll carry on, and yeah, we'll get all the way around to the other side. Here we go, last little bit then now, and we've actually not even used one full roll of the black tape. So yeah, I thought maybe we might need two, but there we go. So we've gone from a bright pink hula hoop to a black one. Obviously, if we've missed any little bits like that, you know, we can just go over them and just put some more tape on. But to be honest, I really don't think you're going to notice a tiny little bit. It was more, you know, you might not have really seen the full hoop by the time all the garland's on and built up round, because we're going to do it pretty thick. But yeah, I'm pleased with that. Are you, Dan?
Yeah, it's come out all right so far.
There we go. Makes a noise, this one. Right, so the next plan is we're going to get the garlands, and we're going to put one round first. Well, what I'm thinking is we really build it up and make it kind of as bushy as we can do, so and make it just huge. Because we've got loads of garlands in here, loads of old bits and like stuff like that. You know, what would you do with that? You know, you put it on your wall. Doesn't look very good, does it? So we can make something of it all the way round before we, of course, put the lights and the baubles on. Let's go. Okay then, so this is the point now where you're going to need the garland, some scissors, and of course the black cable ties that we've got there. So what's the plan with this then? What are you thinking?
Well, we're just going to fasten it on there with the cable tie, and then go round like that, putting cable ties every 7 or 8 inches until it's all the way around.
Yeah, so obviously with this, you know, you could use as much or as little garland as you want. We're going to try and build it up so it's quite thick and bushy all the way round. But if you just wanted to use, you know, one garland all the way round, you could do. It depends. We just want to utilise quite a lot of what we've got, you know, to make it better. Because you've got to think most kind of wreaths that you buy are this sort of size, you know, and they're quite small, aren't they? Like what we've done here is like double the size. So yeah, we're going to do that. As you can see, Dad's just attached that on.
Just cut the end of the tie off.
Oh yes, we always like cutting them off. The amount of places you go and they don't cut cable ties. Like,
you can hardly see that now.
yeah, it's looking good. So we're going to gradually work our way
I
round.
would say about another one round about there.
Yeah, we want to make sure it's, you know, really pulled tight together as well, this one, and we'll bush them all up a little bit later on. So there we go then. So it's only took a couple of minutes so far really to get to this point. Doing this isn't really a big time consuming job, is it really?
No, you can soon get around there doing that, can't you?
Yeah, it doesn't take too long to do this. Just a fun little Christmas project. I know a lot of you have probably got your decorations up by now, and so have we, but this was just another fun little idea that you came up with, wasn't it, for us to do for Vlogmas, of course.
That's it.
And yeah, it's always nice making things, isn't it? Getting a bit creative. You know, obviously with what I do on YouTube, I spend so much time looking at a computer screen and editing that actually I'm pretty creative when it comes to doing things. I used to play a lot of Lego, didn't I? Used to love Lego.
Yeah, she was all building strange structures with that.
Yeah, it's just something that I've always really liked. So it's nice to do something sometimes a bit more constructive instead of, you know, being up looking at a screen all the time. Obviously it's my job, you know, I love it, but it's nice sometimes to not be on a computer and actually doing something quite productive. But there we go, this is shaping up now.
Coming on alright, that is, yeah.
Another few minutes, a few more cable ties, 5 or 6 more I reckon around here, and then we'll have the first look at the wreath. It's big, isn't it?
Isn't it?
Oh, look at the size of this wreath. Looking good, that's it.
It's massive, isn't
There you go, it is huge. There you go, right in the middle. So, obviously, we've just gone round once. If you wanted to, that'd be absolutely fine. You could put lights in that now and put baubles on. However, if you want to make it that little bit more special, which we're going to, we're going to actually double it up at least and maybe add some more layers on. But this gives you a bit of an idea because we've got this spare from what we've gone round with. I mean, if I put that down the side there, how much better is that starting to look now?
That's it, really bushed out there, isn't it?
Yeah, by the time that we've, you know, decorated this, it's going to look really impressive wherever we decide to hang it up, of course. So yeah, what we're going to do now is attach this one kind of round the back to cover the rest of the tubing in just there that we can see, and then we'll maybe add a third one round the edge to that and kind of go from there. So yeah, we'll come back to you once we've put this one round the back. Here we go then. So we've been working on about 10 minutes there, haven't we now? Just fluffing it all up.
Yeah, we've got 2 garlands on so far, but I think maybe just one more round the outer edge to bush it out a bit more.
Yeah, why not? We won't put any kind of more in the middle here because we want to still have the big hole, don't we, going through?
That's it.
But yeah, I'll just add to the size of it even more, really, putting another one round the outside. But I tell you what, that is looking really good, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm pleased with that.
Yeah, I am. Yeah, what you can do with an old hula hoop. So yeah, we'll literally using the same process. We're going to attach one kind of around the outside here, and then we'll bush that one up, and then there'll definitely be enough on there then. I mean, again, you could just leave it just like that. It depends on exactly how much you want on there, really, but I think the more the better, really.
Yeah.
Just makes it look even more premium, doesn't it? It looks a lot better than that wreath out there in the background. There you go, you can just see it over there on the lamppost. But yeah, it's nice, that is. Right, let's do the same process then. And then, of course, we'll be ready to add the lights and baubles then. Here we go then. So yeah, it took about 15 minutes to add a third garland all the way round. And you know what? I think it looks awesome now.
It's looking pretty good, though.
It is. It's massive. Hey, look at the size of it.
To go on centre that.
It would. Like, I've actually priced up these back when we used to do big Christmas displays at home. And yeah, you know, you're looking at well over £100, maybe even more for a wreath of that size. So there you go, literally. If you've not got some old garlands to use like we have, then yeah, you could just go and buy some cheaper garlands. And even if they're not that bushy, you could just build them up, really.
Yeah. Or even an old Christmas tree, if you cut the branches off, you could just fashion the branches round instead of garland.
Yeah, because once it's all bushed together, I mean, what we've used for quite a lot of it is this really thin garland. I mean, you look at that, like, you wouldn't want to put that on your wall, would you? You know, so what we've done with the third layer is used a lot of this just to help build it up, and you can't even tell now. So, of course, the next plan, of course, we made sure it's really secure as well. There's probably about 50 cable ties all the way around it, just to make sure it's right. We're going to just finish fluffing it up a little bit around the side, and then we've got some lights to go on. So we'll put the lights in, and, of course, get the baubles on as well. Right then, so we've got our LED lights just here now. So, obviously, we've got a few hundred on this that we're just going to intertwine now. This is an old set of lights, this is. So, yeah, we're just going to intertwine it with all of the branches here, kind of run it round like this. You got to think with this wreath, you know, you're only going to see one side of it when it's actually up. So yeah, we're only going to concentrate with the lights on the one side, because really, if you're hanging a wreath up, you're not going to see the back, are you? That's it. So yeah, we're just going to carry on kind of meandering these lights through. And then, yeah, we'll add the baubles on because we want to really smother this in baubles. So yeah, it's going to look really nice when it's done, really premium. Here we go then. So it took about 10 minutes there to put 200 LED blue lights onto there. And yeah, as you can see, they're all nice and on the wreath and it's looking really good. Obviously you can see some of the wires and stuff, but yeah, as we smother this in baubles, which is the final stage that we're doing next, yeah, you're not really going to see all the wires, but I'm really impressed with it. It looks good.
Very good it is. We've just got about 100 baubles to put on now.
Yeah, I think the more baubles, the better, really. To make it look good.
That'll be the time consuming bit, won't it?
It will, but there's two of us doing it, so we're going to be, of course we've gone for the blue lights, we're going to be using the blue and purple baubles only, we're not using the gold ones in there, so yeah, we're going to keep it on theme, of course. That's a really important part of doing your Christmas decorations. And yeah, I've just got some of this wire that you can see here, this is from B&Q, and yeah, of course this is just a loop through the top of the baubles, just so we're not using you know, anything that's going to look out of place over on the wreath. But yeah, we'll go for it. Like Dad said, this is the time consuming bit, but this is what will make it look even more special. Here we go then. So yeah, the baubles are starting to go on just here now, and yeah, basically we're just cutting the wire, put it through the hole just there, and then we're actually twisting that around at the top just there, of course, so it'll hang like this, and moving it up onto the garland, and then just popping it and twisting it round one of the branches just there. Twist it around about 4 times. And there we go. So as you can see, we've got about, what, 15 on there so far. We're starting off with these blue ones, then we're going to put some of the bigger purple ones on, and then some of the smaller ones in between, and just keep filling it up because we want this full smothered in baubles. So yeah, we'll carry on with this process, and we'll show you when we start getting some more on. Here we go then. So the wreath's looking really good now. Been about 10 minutes, adding some more baubles onto there. And yeah, I'll just show you from a bit of a raised up view. So yeah, nearly done with putting the big baubles on. Then got some smaller ones to add onto there to kind of fill in some of the gaps. But yeah, it's looking really nice, but definitely some more baubles needed. Here we go then, so all the bigger baubles are on now, just fastening these smaller ones on. So yeah, we got these ones just down here now, and I reckon once they're on, it'll be pretty full, don't you?
I do, yeah.
Yeah, it looks good.
About halfway, do you think?
Yeah, maybe some more on there. I just think it'll fill in them gaps just even more, you know. Yeah, we still want to see some of the wreath through, but I do like these wreaths that have got loads of baubles on. So we're going to keep adding them on, maybe about another 10 minutes or so, and then we should be ready to hang it up in position. Here we go then, so we added all the baubles on, didn't we?
We did, it took a little while, but we got there.
It did, and we've now put it in place here at the front of the house. There we go, I tell you what, it looks stunning that. What started off about maybe, what, 90 minutes, 2 hours ago?
About a couple of hours, I think,
Yeah, it's just a normal hula hoop we've turned into this very premium and what looks to be very expensive wreath just here. So yeah, just using some old garland, some old lights and baubles, that's what we've managed to produce. I mean, the thing is, even if you're buying them things individually new, I reckon you could buy all that stuff for maybe £40–50, which would be more than half the price of buying one like that.
Because they're really expensive to buy anyway, aren't they?
Well, I was in Harrods in London last week, and when I was down there, I saw one. I know it's Harrods, but I saw one. It was like £600 for that. I don't think it was that big either. Crazy, isn't it? But
I'll sell it for 600 quid.
Oh, I don't know about that. It looks nice just down here at the front. But there you go. Show it from a little bit further back just here. There you go, it's nice that, isn't it? Perfect. It looks really premium as well with all the lights in there and smothered in baubles. That's the key to this. Making it that little bit thicker has certainly made it. But there we go, really impressed with the wreath. It looks absolutely amazing. Well, there we go then. That brings us to the end of Vlogmas day number 14 with my wonderful dad doing something a bit more creative. It's been nice, that, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's been all right. Nice.
Yeah, I think it looks really good. And it was a fantastic idea that you came up with as well, to use these old items, especially with the hula hoop. We did have another really good idea though, didn't we, about making like a Mickey shaped one.
Put a couple of ears on to make it look like Mickey Mouse, couldn't we?
Yeah, you could. Like, if that could be one of his ears, and then you could do one at the other side and then do a bigger face.
Get a big hula hoop.
Yeah, or something else like that. Would be really cool, but maybe look at doing that next year. But there we go, it's been wonderful having you on. Thank you very much for joining me. Of course, I'm going to be back out in tomorrow's Vlogmas looking at some wonderful Christmas lights in the neighbourhood, so stay tuned for that. But there we go, Merry Christmas, and that leaves us both with one final thing to say. Happy Vlogmas! See you tomorrow.